Tim Walz is out there talking again.
Did you say he could fight any Trump supporter?
Yeah, he says he'd kick their ass, and they're scared of him because he could fix a truck. They're threatened by his masculinity. I know how to fix a truck. That's what he said. Like, do you? I bet you don't.
The lady doth protest too much.
I bet you don't.
I fear.
I bet if I bring a broken truck to you and a bag of tools, you're fucked.
That was kind of the redress, right? That was the attempt. It was like, we're gonna the symbol of masculinity on the left is going to be Tim Walz. It was Aragon from Lord of the Rings, and Tim Walz.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I think they're lost. I mean, they're also lost in that they can't control the narrative anymore.
Go on the offense. We got to meet people where they are. But I also think this, and this is where, this is part of the conversation I'm trying to have, is you got to respect people you disagree with, and you can't just dismiss people.
How do you fight it?
This notion
I think I could kick most of their ass. I do that if they want to. I know I can run them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
It's a natural reaction. I think it's one of the reasons we're losing so many men. And again, it's multi-ethnic. It's not just white men. We're losing them. We're losing them to these guys online. We're losing them to people that I'm bringing on this podcast as well. That's why I brought.
These are bad guys, though. These are bad guys.
But they exist, and we could deny they exist. They exist. Not only they exist, they persist, and they're actually influencing young kids every single day.
How do we push some of those guys back under a rock?
I think we have to first understand what their motivations are. I think we have to understand what they're actually doing. And
you don't think that's racism and misogyny?
Tim Walz is now saying about Trump supporters, and forgive me, I'm just reading a quote from Tim Walz. I think I could kick most of their ass.
Oh boy, he'd be in trouble.
Is there any way to know?
Well, he's a loser. Yeah, I mean, he's a loser. He lost an election. He played a part. Usually a vice president doesn't play a part, they say. I think Tim played a part. I think he was so bad that he hurt her. But she hurt herself, and Joe hurt them both. They didn't have a great group, but I would probably put him at...
Donald Trump knows optics. He's already attended the UFC championship many, many times, NASCAR's Daytona 500, the Super Bowl, played golf with Tiger Woods. In other words, living every man's dream. Each stop reinforces that Trump and the MAGA movement fully embrace men and masculinity. It's no secret that Democrats have a masculinity problem. Even The Atlantic admits that. But have no fear. Democrats have a secret weapon up their sleeves. Tough guy, Tim Walz, to the rescue. It's not us saying it, it's him saying it. Here he is talking to Gavin Newsom about how he would deal with MAGA.
I think I could kick most of their I do that if they want to. I know I can run them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
WWE got us thinking. WWE Hall of Famer Kane, real name Glenn Jacobs, is here with us, mayor now of Knox County, Tennessee. Is Tim Walz a worthy opponent for you?
No, he's not, but he threw down the gauntlet, so I had to pick it up.
All right, and this is now a challenge?
Yes, when Governor Walz said that he could kick most Trump supporters' rears, in a WWE-style match, actually, I figured that, I may as well call him on that. If you're going to say something like that, you have to expect someone's going to take up the challenge. So I challenged him to a charity wrestling contest.
Have you heard back?
I have not at this point. And that's unfortunate because I already have a corporate title sponsor. I'm serious about this. Lots of people have pledged money. I figure we could raise several $100,000 with this event, and it would all go to charity. We'd split the gate 50-50. Half would go to my charity, half would go to his. So it's a great opportunity actually to have some fun, but then also to benefit a great cause.
Okay, so I'm a golfer. I never really watched wrestling, forgive me, but that probably doesn't come as a surprise to anybody. But in that sense, like in golf, you have handicaps, right? For better golfers, they have to give strokes to the worst golfers.
Sure.
Would it be fair that you'd have to do this with one hand tied behind your back or something?
Yeah, we could figure out some sort of stipulation to even the odds a little bit, because I think that he would be facing a huge uphill battle.